Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to go over the new Hut Fantasy Hockey cards that came out today, and it's the 89 overall Brock Boeser, the 90 overall Kale McCree, 91 overall Mark Stone, and the 91 overall Sean Couturier. I'm going to go over all four of these cards, give them an in-depth true review like I have been doing with the other themed players that have come out every other week or every single week. As well as doing that, before we get into giving them their reviews, I'll go over shortly where you can get them at in the sets menu and kind of how to go about getting them. I don't think any of these cards are worth getting them through the sets, in my personal opinion. I think it's just better to buy them on the market. And I'll kind of explain how the fantasy hockey cards are going to work this year, since we don't have any actual hockey probably until the middle of January from what the NHL just announced. So we don't have the traditional fantasy hockey players where like a guy scores a goal and he gets a +1 overall upgrade, which means +1 on all of his attributes, and overall you get some pretty nasty cards with those fantasy hockey cards. Instead, it seems like every single week they're going to do a fantasy set to allow you to upgrade them by 1 point is what it seems to be like. I don't know if they're going to come out with more fantasy cards within the next week, or if they're going to come out with any more fantasy cards than these four that we've gotten, but we're going to give these four an in-depth true review. Before we get into this video here, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below what you guys think about these fantasy hockey cards, and what you guys think about them trying to keep these fantasy hockey theme here without having actual hockey season. Because I always like the fantasy cards because, like I said, with the hockey season, guy scores a goal, you get a +1 overall upgrade. It kind of get you in tune with hockey and get you watching the sport. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so I'm uploading more videos. It helps with the YouTube algorithm with all your guys' support by doing these things that I just mentioned. Let's get into it. First off, we're going to go over getting the sets, how to get these cards. So I'm going to just go in there. I'm going to do, I believe Sean Couturier is the first card whenever we get in here to go over for these fantasy hockey sets. He is. So we're just going over the Sean Couturier and kind of how you get him, because every card's kind of the same. So first you're going to want to exchange 25 gold players, and you're going to want to do this for a few sets in a row for 31 gold players for Couturier. Then right here, it gets into like a special set where you take his 85, you got to trade in some gold collectibles. So we get through the upgrade here, and then you go to the next one here, and it's going to be slightly different. Each one's slightly different. This one, you're going to need Sean Couturier, the player, 2 gold collectibles to get an 87 overall version. Then from the 87 to the 88, you're going to have to take the 87 Sean Couturier, 2 Flyers jerseys that you're currently wearing, and a gold collectible. And then to get the version that you want right here to upgrade again, you're going to have to get the 88 overall version Couturier, Canadian jerseys, gold collectible. Then you're going to go here, you're going to get Couturier, 89 overall, his junior jersey where he played for the Drummondville Voltigeurs, another QMJHL team, butchering their name, what else is new? But you're looking at 2 more gold collectibles, and then you're going to get over here. You're going to get to the very last Sean Couturier, where you're going to need Sean Couturier, the 90 overall, to get his 91. Then you're going to get the 84 overall Claude Giroux, number 14 jersey, and a gold collectible. So these are a little bit unique to get up to the point you want to get to for the 90 to 91 overall. Then EA Sports has mentioned, like I said, they're going to come out with sets weekly to be able to upgrade these cards by a +1. All right, so we went over kind of how to get these sets. Let's go and do the true reviews on these 4 guys right here, and we'll just kind of give them a true review, give them a true rating 1 through 5 of what I think. I do think some of these cards are very interesting. I don't know if they are worth the price that you have to pay to get them, because it seems like it's a lot of gold collectibles that are going to be involved in getting these cards. Sean Couturier. First up, we have the 90 overall Philadelphia Flyer, 6'3", 211 pounds. Sean Couturier is a left-handed stick. He has a team synergy of 2 points for Spark, and then he has Howitzer as his player synergy. Great player synergy, one of the best at Howitzer. It really makes him an absolute stud. I do think this Couturier is going to be a very good card. I played with his base card for a while when the game first came out, and he was absolutely amazing. And that's hard for me to say, being I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, and I absolutely hate the Flyers. But he has just an amazing card. He seems to score a lot of goals, plays very hard in front of the net. For his skating, he has 86 acceleration, 89 agility, 90 balance, 93 endurance, which is huge for a two-way forward that he is going to be. He will always be in your lineup, whether he is the third line or fourth line center, even end game at 90 overall, to be honest. When we get to his faceoffs at 92 faceoffs, that's going to be a great number even to the end of the season. Back to his skating, he also has 87 speed, For his shooting, he has 90 wrist shot power, 89 wrist shot accuracy, 91 slap shot power, 89 slap shot accuracy. For his hands category, everything is 90 plus. We're going to highlight here the 92 offensive awareness, 92 passing. He does have 90 hand-eye, so he is a pretty big body in front of the net. Looking at his defensive category for a two-way forward, this is the stuff that makes the boys men. 89 body checking, 90 strength. And then his checking category, 94 defensive awareness, 90 shot blocking, 93 stick checking, and 92 faceoffs. Like I said, this guy's the ultimate penalty killer, absolute stud. This is looking to be one of my favorite cards that have come out so far that are in these sets that are themed guys. This fantasy hockey, Sean Couturier, I'm really liking him all around. I'm going to give him 5 chewies here. I think he's an absolute stud, has good synergies. The spark with the acceleration and the howitzer. You get his 2 synergies loaded on this guy. He's probably better than Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux in my personal opinion. That might be overshooting him a little bit, but honestly, he becomes Gretzky level. He turns into an absolute stud. You can look at these pluses. They're to all important categories. And like I said, he just plays above his attributes. At least his base gold did. He was a stud for me early on in the year. I think he'll be a stud for you if you end up getting this card at 90 overall. Mark Stone. The 6'3", 220-pound right-handed shot. Mark Stone. He's a winger for the Vegas Golden Knights, and it's his 90 overall fantasy hockey card. He has a player synergy of 1 point for wingman, and he has the ever elusive 2 points for distributor. This guy is a synergy plug at the very least on your third or fourth line long term, or he's going to be one of your first or second line left winger for sure. With distributor +2, just absolutely amazing. This card is almost a must-have for his synergy alone. When you're looking at his skating, 84 acceleration, 89 agility, 91 balance, 91 endurance, 84 speed. His shot is 92 plus in everything, with his wrist shot being excellent at 93 for accuracy and power. His hands is 90 deking, 93 offensive awareness, 91 hand-eye, 92 passing, 91 puck control. So great hands. You're looking at his defense, body checking 90, strength 91 at a 6'3", 220 pounds. This is what you want to see in a power forward. A guy that bangs the body, that makes guys hurt. You get him in the boards, he just gives you a bow. That's the kind of guy you want in your lineup as a power forward. This is what I wanted Blake Wheeler to be earlier on in the season. Then you're looking at his checking, 93 defensive awareness, 86 shot blocking, 91 stick checking. The faceoffs are 69, but hey, he's a winger, not a center. Then you're looking at 87 discipline. I will say you get the wingman and you get distributor. This guy becomes an absolute playmaking, shooting monster. I will say that because he doesn't play center, the longevity of this card maybe isn't as long as, let's say, Sean Couturier. I do love this card with the 2 points on distributor. I got to give my man Mark Stone 5 chewies. That's back-to-back 5 chewies. I don't just hand out 5 chewies, but man, back-to-back excellent cards. This is the stuff that you want to see when you're talking about master set players. The stuff we had earlier was great for the time when it came out, but this time they've really outdone themselves on these first 2 cards. We'll see what these other 2 cards look like. They have to not be as good as these 2, right? I mean, I know they're lower overall, that these are the 290 overalls, but this Mark Stone and Sean Couturier are both absolute studs. Kale McCree. Man, guys, they really love giving us right-handed defensemen in these master sets. We got another right-handed defenseman here. It's the 89 overall offensive defenseman for the Colorado Avalanche, Kale McCree, 5'11", 187 pounds. So he's a smaller defenseman. He's not like the big body we've had from Parenko or Drew Doughty so far, but you're looking at synergies, personal synergy of shutdown at 1 point, barrage at 1 point, so not great synergies. But the card itself, this dude's an absolute speedster in the sense of he's just fast. 92 acceleration, 96 agility, 87 balance, 87 endurance, 92 speed. For a high-end card with this much speed and stuff, I'd like to see a little bit higher endurance, something in the low 90s just to kind of pan out his skating to be that upper echelon skater that he actually is. But 87 endurance is more than enough to be sufficient on the defensive end. Definitely going to be a guy that's in your top 4 for sure. Looking at his shooting, he has 90 wrist shot power, 89 wrist shot accuracy, 90 slap shot power, 87 slap shot accuracy. His hands are 92 deking, 91 offensive awareness, 88 hand-eye, 91 passing, and 90 puck control. So great hands categories. The 91 passing is going to be an absolute power play quarterback. Great guy on the breakout. That's really what you want in an offensive defenseman. His body checking in the defensive category here is 86. His strength is 87. So not too great, but he is a smaller guy, so that's kind of expected. His defensive awareness is 88, 85 shot blocking, 92 stick checking, 85 discipline. So pretty good checking numbers there. I will say the 85 discipline should be more than fine with 92 stick checking. The shot blocking is a little bit disappointing at 85. So for the Kale McCree, looking at his attributes and the synergies that he has, I think as a card itself, he's just one of the top right-handed defensemen in the game so far. I think he might be better than the Hansen and the Doughty that just came out. I think it'll be close, but I'm going to give this McCree 4.5 chewies. The synergies are not great, so you're really getting him to be just a right-handed defenseman. You're not getting him for his synergies. He's going to have to be a guy that plays off of another team synergy you have. I don't recommend getting shut down. Does it make his shot blocking and body checking and puck control better? Yes. It makes this card itself better, but I don't know if it's one of those player synergies you're going after, because really you're going to have mostly defensemen that have it, and I don't know if you're going to get 4 defensemen that have shutdown with the other elite defensemen that are out there right now. I just don't think you're going to have 4 defensemen with shutdown, or even 3 defensemen and a forward with shutdown, because I just don't think it's a great player synergy to go after, especially if you've watched my player synergy tutorial video that kind of went over each of the player synergies. So I'm looking at it like this: not great team synergies, great amazing card. That's why he's staying at the 4.5 chewies and not getting the 5 chewy bump like the other 2 guys. Brock Boeser. The offensive sniper for the Vancouver Canucks is 6'1", 208 pounds, right-handed shot. Brock Boeser is going to be the last card in this Chewy reviews here. He's 88 overall, so he's the lowest overall of all the cards. But I actually think this card is pretty dang good as an offensive scoring threat. He has Speedster for a player synergy and then Balance for a team synergy. So a high-end player synergy with a mid-grade team synergy. I will say that Balance is one of those ones, if you mix it with Distributor, I think they mesh very well together. You're looking at his skating here is 87 acceleration, 90 agility, 87 balance, 90 endurance, great endurance for a guy that's going to be all over the ice. You're going to want to play him a lot. 87 speed. Then you have his shooting, 93 slap shot accuracy, 92 slap shot power, 94 wrist shot accuracy, 92 wrist shot power. Then his hands are 90 deking, 93 offensive awareness, 91 hand-eye, 91 passing, 90 puck control. So great offensive numbers so far. He's a little bit slower than the other cards we went over, but I think that'll be okay with the speedster, because you should definitely have 4 guys that have speedster in your lineup, I would think, at this point in the game. And then you're looking at his defensive category. He has 86 body checking, 87 strength. Those are pretty decent if you're going to throw the body around a little bit. But he's a sniper. He's not a power forward. He's not like the Couturier or the Mark Stone we went over earlier. And then you're looking at his checking here. 87 defense awareness, 82 shot blocking, 88 stick checking with 87 discipline. He has 72 faceoffs, but he is a winger. I really do like this Brock Boeser. He's really developed into a great player in real life, and I do like this card. His shot's excellent. He has pretty good synergies. What I will say is he's not really like a huge barn burner, and he kind of requires the same thing as the other cards, a little bit at a lesser with the gold players and the gold collectibles and stuff, but it still takes a lot to get him, and then you're going to have to upgrade him even more than the other guys. So what I will say is this Brock Boeser is going to get 4.5 chewies because he has great synergies, but he doesn't have necessarily the best card when it comes to speed. Now, obviously, these get upgraded. It'll be great, and I do think if you're going to upgrade this Brock Boeser, and I didn't really mention this for the other cards, I think you should only upgrade this Brock Boeser to maybe like a 92 or 93 overall, to where his shooting is at 98, 99s across the board. And then his skating will be like in the 93s. I don't think you need to upgrade him much more than that. Where the other guy's shooting isn't as high, it isn't as dominant, so you have to upgrade them a little bit more to get that 98, 99 shooting. But I think you could definitely get away with a guy with Speedster that has, let's say you're going to put another 5 to 6 points on this guy. You get the +3 with Speedster. You're looking at a guy with 96 speed, and this Boeser's end game right there. So I do think long-term Boeser's a great play when it comes to value and upgrading him, because his shot is so nasty, and I think he has a great height to weight proportion. That's what's sitting us at 4.5 chewies here. Guys, that's going to wrap up this true review of these 4 player cards right here. I'm going to say, if you have to go and rank them very quickly, I would probably take the Mark Stone because of distributor number 1, then Sean Couturier, then Brock Boeser, and Kale McCree last. The only reason Kale McCree is last is if we've had a plethora of master set right-handed defensemen, so I don't think his value is as high as the other 3 guys that I think could be used in your lineup. Plus, they just have better synergies. I think if you're investing all of these coins within these cards, you want to have good synergies on the card. It's nice to have a great player like Makar, but in all honesty, with his synergies not being that great, I think the other 3 guys have more value than he does, and that's what I'm sitting at. So if I had to pick one out of the 4, hands down would be Mark Stone if you're going to invest in somebody. I think with that 2 distributor, he's going to be nasty. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys think that the Mark Stone is the best out of these guys or not. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. You guys have a great day and be safe.